Today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2013. I'm David Spencer. This is One Dude's Thoughts. Today's been a weird day for me. It's been up and down. First off, I'd like to say I love you, Brian. And I hope your appeals goes well. That being said, let's talk about something different. Let's talk about the Obamacare Affordable Care Act rollout, which has been completely abysmal. I don't really know what to say other than the fact that the website is abysmal, the prices are abysmal, and the fact that for 3 years you were lying, knowing full well you were lying, at least for 3 years, knowing full well you're lying, knowing full well. You're going out there, if you like your plan, you can keep it. And then, after you figure out that's pissed a bunch of people off and 5 million people have lost their insurance, you have the nuts to go out and say that you're going to fix it? You can't fix it. You can't fix it. You don't have the authority to just go and fix shit. You have to get Congress involved. You can't just go make changes to laws without approval from the lawmakers. You're the executive. You're not the fucking lawmaker. You don't get to go and make changes to laws without fucking going through Congress first. That's the way the law works. Now, you don't have to like the way it works, and you can go ahead and try to lobby a way to change that shit through Congress. But you, Mr. President Obama, cannot unilaterally change the fucking law without going through Congress. So tell me how you can just go change a law and fix the fucking problem. Because if you can do that, then any other president can do that. Then we have fucking anarchy. We don't have a system of laws. This country is a fucking republic. It's a system of laws that man has to obey. If they don't like those laws, then they file grievances and they try to fucking lobby themselves to their Congress people, their representatives, to change said laws. They don't get to just ask the president, hey, Mr. President, can you change this law because we don't like it? And then he says yes and does it. That's not how it fucking works, man. You don't have the authority to change laws on your own. You can't tweak them. You can't fucking change them. You must enforce them and execute them, which is why you are the executive. You are the one in charge of how that rolls out and is executed. You are not involved in changing them. You are not involved in creating them. Yes, there needs to be a fix to that, but you can't do it on your own. You did it with the mandate for employers. The employers now don't have to fucking provide insurance for a company that has more than 50 full-time employees for another year. And you did that illegally too. It's unconstitutional. The law in and of itself is unconstitutional, but that's irrelevant because the Supreme Court, who apparently is the ones that decide what's constitutional and unconstitutional. What I want to know is what them fuckers had on Justice Roberts to make him say that it's constitutional. Because you know it's not. Even in the Chambers Clause, it is not constitutional. The federal government cannot force me to buy a product. Period. And that's what you said is okay. So now, that opens up a floodgate. Now, I know it's stupid, but if the government decides that I must provide broccoli for my family 1 meal a week, every week for all of our lives, then I must provide broccoli and 1 meal for everybody in my family the rest of my life. It's stupid, and I realize, and it's not something feasible or it was probably something not ever going to happen. But that's what it opens up. If they can make me buy health insurance, because it's not care, and that's what we need to get fixed. The coverage part is what we need to get fixed. The health care part is fine. The care we get from doctors is fine. The care we get from nurses is fine. It's the coverage, and I'm not diabolically opposed to reform in that area, but you can't tell me I must buy it. That's where I have a problem. Now, car insurance is fine. You own a car, you should be fucking insured. If you don't own a car, you don't have to buy insurance. But how is it that you can set up a fucking Ponzi scheme in the federal government that if I set up a Ponzi scheme that benefits people, I go to prison regardless because it's a fucking Ponzi scheme? Thus, I'm going to be the biggest beneficiary of the fucking Ponzi scheme. But if I'm actually, it's a Ponzi scheme, and I'm actually giving money back to certain people at certain times for this, that, or the other, but it's not what they thought they would get, but I'm making billions, I'm going to prison because I'm fucking people over. And I should if that's what I was doing. But it's still a fucking Ponzi scheme. Social Security is a fucking Ponzi scheme. It's fucking... it's unconstitutional and it's illegal, and if I did it, I'd go to prison. But since you're the federal government, you do it, and it's no big deal. We just have to live with it. It's disgustingly stupid. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say about that other than you run roughshod over the Constitution of the United States. Now, Mr. President Obama, you're not the only one that's done it. The right, the left, they all do it. All of you guys have done it. George Bush did it. And I'm sure you'll do it again. But it is what it is. This is One Dude's Thoughts for today, November 20th, 2013. Keep your head up, bro.